भाई सब ठीक है? भाई
क्या तुम मुझे देख सकते हो?
The idea of the film is actually an amalgamation of two different things. On one end, it's actually my deep nostalgia for 80s and 90s culture and subculture. And on the other side, it's actually based on a folk tale that I heard while growing up.
आप एक बुजुर्ग की मदद नहीं कर सकते? मैंने भी घर जाना है, मगर ना कोई पैसा है.
The premise of the film revolves around a taxi driver named Munir. And he has to make a choice one night, either picking up an old man on the side of the road or making it home in time for his daughter's birthday.
40, take one.
Keep going.
I wanted to tell the story because I always had this fascination with the orange cab.
12B, take one.
As a teenager growing up, the orange cab always symbolized freedom. It was incredibly liberating for us to have this method of transportation, especially since we couldn't drive at a younger age. For me, it was very upsetting when they were updated into the new blue cabs, so I felt it necessary to find a way to immortalize it.
I wanted to have that depth. I want to see from above the car.
Seeing as how I wanted the story to be completely authentic to the time and the place and the community, it had to be in Urdu. This obviously meant that it was going to give me a hard time trying to direct the actors, obviously not being able to speak Urdu myself.
So you need to kind of look at him and be like, and then get up, and then look around. So have like
Working with people of a different culture and trying to communicate with them through the language of film was actually a great experience. They were talking in one language and I was understanding them in a different way than they were.
चेक करने लगा कोई तो मिला. यार मेरी गाड़ी खराब हो गई है. दोस्त मैं नहीं लेके जा सकता, मुझे देर हो रही है.
During the casting process, I wanted to put these actors into situations, real life situations. I wanted to get them angry, I wanted to get their blood boiling, I wanted to get them to actually live the character that they wanted to play. So we did about 4 rehearsals a week. Each rehearsal took hours, as long as it needed. We rehearsed sometimes the entire film over and over and over again. For me, it was an enlightening experience. There was a lot of insight into their cultures and how they do things.
जगा देना मुझे. साफ बात करनी है करो.
मुनीर, हमारी मुलाकात की एक वजह है, इसकी भी एक वजह है.
तुम्हें मेरा नाम कैसे पता?
بعد روح.
My director of photography was Yasser Mustafa, seeing as him and I grew up in almost the same sort of settings, so I could trust him with my vision. He instantly knew I didn't have to elaborate more than just a few sentences, and we immediately clicked. We had to make the spaces that we were in time-specific. For obvious reasons, because the locations that we were filming in do not look the same. There are new buildings everywhere, there are new cars everywhere. We had to improvise a lot of camera angles, make sure that we were pointed in directions which still looked old, which still looked like they could be from the 90s, even from the 80s.
ये नई नस्ल है मेरे दोस्त. अल्लाह बचाए इनकी शरारतों से. ये बच्चे लोग हर जगह क़यामत लाते हैं.
I came into Qumra with a rough cut, which was screened at the Works in Progress screening.
It's currently in the edit process, and I hope through this program I'll be able to meet people who can advise me along the way and gain from their experience.
I got a lot of valuable notes from a lot of industry professionals. Definitely, I would say the final outcome of my film was 100% affected by my participation in Qumra.
It's not really a mythical story, it's a urban myth.
And the winner is Abbas Riaz.
Abbas Riaz.
It was also a great honor when Abbas, my lead actor who plays Munir in the film, actually won the best performance prize at SGL. And I was very happy for Abbas. I believe that he thoroughly deserved it. Being a non-actor, it being his first ever performance in anything, and for him to do so well and to win this award, it must have been surreal for him. And for me, it was a great honor to have directed him.